existence, and used is life. Let us try to use the time and improve our living. Yes, all of us know, or we have the experience that, say, while traveling, okay, we come across people who jump the signals, just jump the signals and move on. Okay. Or you have experienced that you are traveling in a train and train arrives, say, half an hour late. Or say a politicians always come late to their functions. Okay. That means they don't give importance for time. Okay. Those who jump signals have not planned their life, timings. Okay. They don't leave early their home, and all these things happen. Or assuming, say, a train arrives half an hour late and 2,000 people are traveling in the train, it arrives half an hour late. What is the loss? What is the loss to the economy? 1,000 man hours. 1,000 man hours are wasted just because the driver arrives half an hour late. But does that driver knows? No, nothing. He knows nothing about this time. That means even we do like that. We live our life as if we are going to live eternally on this earth. Okay. And normally I ask a question to my students: what is the scarcest resource on this earth? What is the scarcest resource on this earth? And I get the answers: water, petrol, air, oxygen, etc. But inevitably and invariably, the answer is time. Okay? Time is very important for us and most neglected thing also. And all of us would like to be successful. All of us would like to be successful, and there is no doubt about it. And we come across people who are very successful at the national level, international level, local level, regional level, and all successful people. Common thing amongst all successful people are they are intelligent, smart working, hard working, disciplined, healthy, and above all, they are time conscious. Okay. Because they are time conscious, they achieve success in their life. What is time? It's very difficult to define what time is. Okay. It's very difficult to give a comprehensive answer about what time is. There are many things like that. If I ask you a question, I think there are many commerce professors or economics professors are here in the course. And if I ask you a question, what is management? Yes, if there are 60 people, we will have more than 60 definitions of the term management. Ultimately, some author quotes that management is what manager does. Or similarly, if I ask you a question, what is money? Yes, there are a number of definitions of money. And ultimately, Professor Walker says, money is what money does. Like that, it's very difficult to define what time is. Time is a resource. Okay, time is the scarcest resource, which is irreplaceable and irreversible. It is an irreversible, irreplaceable resource and the scarcest resource on this earth. Say we may lose health at some point of time in our life. Yes, we regain our health. We may lose money in our life. We will regain our money. But once time lost can never be get back. Okay, we cannot get back the time which we have lost. A second loss in our life is lost forever. And it is most neglected also. Time, even though it is the scarcest resource, it is most neglected because we don't consider it as important. Say you promise your friend, tomorrow I will meet you in the morning. Maybe 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. No, nobody knows. You don't tell the time, just in the morning or in the evening, something like that. That means time is taken for granted. Okay. We behave as if we are going to live eternally on this earth. Time is an opportunity. Time is a resource. Time is an opportunity. Okay. As time can be used for more than one purpose. Every second in our life is an opportunity. So every moment of your life is an opportunity. How we make use of this opportunity depends on you. Or how you make use of the next moment will decide your future. Okay. Yes, time, say, can be used for more than one purpose. Okay. Yes, all of you are attending this program and you are spending time on this program. Okay. Otherwise, you would have done something else. Okay. Because the same time can be put for more than one use, it has got an opportunity cost. Time is an opportunity and time has got an opportunity cost. Because the same time can be used for more than one purpose. You say now you are attending this program, therefore, otherwise you would have done something. What is the cost of attending this program? What is the cost of attending this program? The things that you would have done otherwise. You would have read something. The cost of attending this program is what you would have read otherwise. Or you would have taken a pleasure trip, let us say. Okay. The cost of attending this program is the pleasure trip that you are forgoing. That means it has got an opportunity cost. Time is an opportunity and it has got an opportunity cost. And we can make use of this opportunity for anything: work, leisure, play, reading, etc., etc., etc. How we make use of this time will decide our future. How we make use of this time will decide our success or otherwise. Time is life. We say Mr. X lived for 75 years, or I am 30 years, I'm 68 years. What does it mean? We measure our life with respect to the time. That is, time is life. And history is taught with time reference. Ashoka ruled this country during such and such a century. Yeah, Buddha was there on this earth 2500 years ago. That means everything has got a time reference. Attending this program, yes, from such and such a date to such and such a date. That means you are mentioning the time. Okay. Or you promise your spouse that you'll bring something tomorrow. Say tomorrow. Again, say whatever we do has got a reference to the time. Time is life. Okay. Time tells the commentary of the evolution of this earth. Okay, even if you go back to the evolution of Earth, we refer to that time only. So such and so many million years the life has been there on this Earth. Okay, or we say social reformer Basavana lived in 12th century, or we got independence on 15th August 1947, or I say there is no event which does not have a time reference. That means everything is referred to the time, and the whole world revolves around time. Okay. Say rotation of Earth, even rotation of Earth, 365 days. That means you are counting the time, okay, by time, or you get one salary once a month. That means again, say whatever we do, our life is very much related to the time. Whatever we do has got a time reference. Coming to the characteristics of time. Time is totally perishable. First characteristic of time is it is totally perishable. As I told you in the beginning, a second lost in our life is lost forever. Say there are economics professors are here and they agree that says normally we say labor is perishable. Whenever we talk of labor, we say labor is perishable. Why labor is perishable? Because labor is related to the time. The time we lose is gone forever. Therefore, time labor is perishable. That's why I mean time is totally perishable and time cannot be stored up for use later. Say most of you have got UPS at your houses. Okay, when electricity goes, yes, you make use of UPS. That means you have stored electricity in your UPS system or whatever it is. Okay, you make use whenever the current goes off. Yes, the automatically UPS will be switched on. Say time is not like that. It cannot be stored and used at a later date of time. And supply of time is continuous. It's a miracle. Supply of time is continuous. Second by second, we get our time. Okay. And it's the only resource which is equally distributed among all living and non-living beings. Time is the only resource which is distributed equally among all living and non-living beings. Okay. Or say, and it is an inevitable. Time is an inevitable input of whatever we do. Say, I refer it to commerce or economics professors here. If you say, what are the factors of production? Immediately the answer is land, labor, capital, and organization. land, labor, capital, and organization. But I don't know why time is left out. Time is the most important resource. Okay, we cannot do anything, we cannot achieve anything, we cannot. Nothing is possible in zero time. Okay, in zero time, we can achieve nothing. Therefore, time is the inevitable input of whatever we do. It is most important input. Okay, and time is the unit of measurement. We measure most of the things by time only. Say, for example, say a teacher works for 16 hours a day or 16 hours a week. Office work hours are between 10 o'clock and 5:30. Workers in a factory work for 8 hours, or we get our salary once in a month, or workers get OT on the basis of overtime they work. That means everything has got a reference to the time. That means time is a unit of measurement. Okay. And what is this time management? What is this time management? Time management is a process of organizing and planning how to divide the time between specific activities. It is planning and dividing the time between various activities that we do every day. Say we get up early in the morning and late till late night, we do n number of activities. And how do we divide our time between these n activities decides the time management. It's the process of organizing and planning the time, or how to divide the time between specific activities that we do in a day. Why time management is important, or why time management? Okay, importantly, to realize the dream of becoming successful in life. If you want to be successful, then you have to manage your time. Without managing your time, you can't be successful in your life. And good time management enables us to work smarter so that we can do more work in less time. Time management, because when you practice time management, we can plan our work, we can do more work in less time. Okay, failing to manage our time damages our effectiveness. Okay, if you don't manage your time, we lose our effectiveness and causes stress, leading to physical, mental, and emotional issues. When you don't plan your time, then automatically in the long run, we experience stress, or it may lead to physical, mental, and emotional issues, because we have work piled up for us. We are so at some point in time, we become helpless. Okay, that's what I said. Time wasted is existence, used is life. Let us use the time. Okay, paradoxically, to save the time, we have to use the time. So you might have heard the saying that electricity saved is electricity generated. Money saved is money earned. Like that. But here, to save the time, you have to spend the time. Only if you spend the time, spending the time means even if you don't do anything, time will pass on its own. But you have to do something. That is, say, we have to spend the time fruitfully. Then only we are set to live in, or living in this earth, on this earth. Okay, hope the discussions that take place for next few minutes will help us to develop a new personal sense of time. So we are going to discuss some issues during this one and a half hours time, and this will help us to develop a new personal sense of time. What is your time? That's very important. We don't think of, say, if I say, what is your time? You might think entire 24 hours is yours. No, 24 hours is not yours. Okay. Because you do n number of activities, the time is distributed over these n number of activities. But what is your personal time? Personal time, when I say personal time, it is a time for you to develop, grow, okay, enhance your capabilities. That is your personal time. What is your personal time? Then think about the future and set goals and develop plans. Okay, you are able to think about the future, set goals, and develop plans after this discussion. Okay, and it helps, our discussion helps us to analyze where, how, and why are we spending our time at present. How are we spending our time at present? Okay, and to make use of the time effectively. The discussions that take place next 1 hour will help us to understand many issues about time. Okay, and we listen people saying, Especially at the time of retirement. Okay, I was in the administration and seen many people retiring during my tenure, and they used to say, had I got some 2 more years, I would have done that. I would have done this. Okay, or had I got some more time, I would have done this. Or a student coming out of the examination hall says, had I got 5 more minutes, I would have attended one more question. So that means, say, why do people feel like, say, had I got some more time, I would have done this. That only tells that they have not planned their time. Say, for sure, they know that they are retiring on such and such a day, on such and such a year. Okay, why don't they plan early and decide everything? They don't do. Okay, they don't do, and at the end of the at the time of retirement, they only repent for having not done that or this, something like that. Okay, and one more thing, whenever we talk of time, we should note that only human beings experience time and know the importance of time. It's only, say, I said time is distributed equally on all living and non-living beings. Say, even animals have got 24 hours a day, okay? But they don't experience the importance of time, okay? It is only the human beings who experience the importance of time, okay? Over a period of time, we have witnessed n number of inventions, and most of the inventions are aimed at reducing the time or saving the time or say utilizing the time in a better way. Almost all inventions, say machines. Earlier, we did not have machine production through machines by using machines. Okay, Industrial Revolution 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Okay, all these, I would say, more and more machines have been invented over a period of time, and we are able to turn out more number of production using these machines or technology. Say earlier, women were not able to work because they used to spend their whole time in the kitchen. Nowadays, we have many, facilities. Say you have gas, electricity, cookers, ovens, washing machines, dishwashers, refrigerators, so on and so forth. Okay, so that they can save their time and also work. Okay, yes, they finish off their time within say 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. They leave for work. Again, they come in the evening and do some half an hour, 1 hour, and they spend 1 hour in kitchen and everything is ready. That means, say, most of our inventions are aimed at, say, making the time using the time in a better way. Okay, all our activities are time bound. Say, daily routine. Say, for example, you're expected to complete the syllabus within such and such a time. That means, again, say, all our activities are time bound. All our activities are initiated, directed, and controlled by time. And this time or the experience of time is different for different people or same person at different times. Say, I think all of you have heard of Einstein's theory of relativity. Okay, although we know that each hour has got 60 minutes and each minute has got 60 seconds, our experience about time is different. Okay, say our experience with time, we experience the time in different ways. Time is slow when we wait. When we are waiting, say time doesn't move. Okay, or when we are, say, time is fast when we are late. When we are late for something, time moves very fast. Okay, time is short when you are happy. Happy moments are exhausted within in a short time. Time is endless when you are in pain. Time is long when you are bored. Okay, every time is determined by our feelings, psychological conditions, and not by clocks. If the lecture is not good, it's not interesting, yes, then you might look at your watch every minute. Oh, it's 1.5 hours is not over, something like that. Okay, it's our time. Every time is determined by our feelings and psychological conditions. The first book on time management was written in 1907 by Arnold Bennett. Arnold Bennett wrote a book called How to Live on 24 Hours a Day. That's the first book on time management. And he says, in his book, he says that philosophers have explained space, but not time. As I told you in the earlier, it's very difficult to give a comprehensive definition of the time, but we can define what space is. Okay, and it is inevitable raw material of everything. With it, all is possible. Without it, nothing. Okay, in zero time, we cannot achieve anything. Therefore, for everything, we need time. Distribution of time. And he says, Arnold Bennett says, distribution of time is democratic. Okay, there is no aristocracy of wealth, there is no aristocracy of intellect. That means intellectuals are not given 5 hours, or rich people are not given 25 hours. All of us have got 24 hours. And say that there is no punishment. Even if you do not use the time, say there is no punishment. No superior power will say, or mysterious power will say, yes, this man is a fool. He's not using the time. Let me cut off the time meter as far as he is concerned. No power will say on this earth. Okay, there is no punishment for not utilizing or wasting the time. Supply of time is continuous. And there is no question of getting into debt as far as time is concerned. There is no question of getting into debt as far as time is concerned. So, in case of other things, we get into debt. Say, as soon as you got permanent job, what do? We take our payslip to the bank and show the banker that I'm employed, and we take loan to buy a vehicle or to construct a house or something like that. That means we are committing our future income. Okay, when you take a loan based on your income, you commit your future income, but there is no possibility like that as far as time is concerned. Say there is no question of getting into debt as far as time is concerned. We can waste only the passing moment. We can only waste the passing moment. Okay, we cannot draw on future. The next hour is kept intact for you. The next day is intact for you. The next time or next moment is intact. You cannot get into debt. We have to live on this 24 hours of daily time. We have to gain our health, wealth, pleasure, content, respect, and evolution of immortal soul. That means we have to make use of this 24 hours as better as possible. And its right use, its most effective use, is a matter of highest urgency and the most thrilling activity, because everything depends on how we use our time. Say our success, our name, fame, our productivity, say everything depends on time. Therefore, utilization of time properly is the most urgent thing that we can do, or like that. Okay. And say, yes, all of us would like to use the time properly, effectively, systematically. But we do have certain problems. All of us have got certain common problems as far as usage of time is concerned. And what are these common problems? Sometimes we understand, sometimes we don't understand. First is the procrastination. Okay. Procrastination is often the voice of people who like to consider work rather than actually doing it. So whenever there is a work, what do? We don't do the work. We keep the work pending. Yeah, let me do it tomorrow. Let me do it next week. Let me do at a later time. Okay. So this is procrastination, and it means we believe in keeping the work pending by postponing today's work to tomorrow. Say tomorrow also will have some work. That means today's work is added to tomorrow's work. Like that, ultimately the result is we simply store work for ourselves without doing anything. And at a later date, we may experience stress or psychological imbalance or whatever it is. Okay, therefore, and the procrastination is number one time waster. Okay, and say it is the human nature. Why do we postpone? It is human nature to postpone the work. Human beings are pleasure seeking animals. We are pleasure seeking animals. Given an option, either to see TV or to read something, most of us prefer to see TV because we are pleasure seeking. Okay. And say when do we submit our IT returns? Say in the month of June or July, if July 30th or 31st is the last date, then we think of submitting our IT returns only in the last week of July. We will be in a hurry. Even if you, we say, even if you want to talk to your friend, no, I have to submit our IT return last week of June or July, something like that. Or say you give assignment to your students and say that Yeah, you have to submit on February 28th. When your students will write the assignments on 27th only, on the evening of 27th, because the 28th is the deadline, they write the assignment only. I mean, even if you have given 15 days time, they don't write the assignment for the first 14 days. The last day, they sit and write their assignments. Okay. Or, I mean, preparation for the examination. When do students study for their examination? Okay. They don't study, I mean, from the beginning of the semester or whatever it is. Only, say, when the examination is fast approaching, yes, 15 days. Yes, they read, write, and just forget it. So that means why this? Because we are pleasure seeking animals. We believe in postponing the work and say this is what happens. And say, for example, Sigmund Freud, who is called the father of psychology, says that say we believe in postponing the work. I mean, we are childish, we are irrational, we are demanding, okay, we are destructive. Okay, all these things come in the way of our utilization of time. Okay, we are destructive, okay, or we are childish, but all these things are covered up by our modest behavior. But in inner, say, if you question yourself, yes, you are childish, you are pleasure seeking, you believe in postpone. I mean, I'm not an exception. I'm not an exception. Okay, all of us believe in postponing. And say, do we postpone the work simply? No, we don't like to postpone the work simply. We have a genuine reason. What are the, say, so-called genuine reason, I should say, because they are not genuine reasons. Okay, I mean, why do we postpone or why do we procrastinate? People procrastinate waiting for good time. Today is Tuesday. No, Tuesday is not an auspicious day. Let me start the work from Monday, next Monday. Okay, yes, waiting for good time. Oh, this is Rahu Kal. This is something else. Okay, no, I should start the work after 1:30 or something like that. Okay, we wait for good time. Okay, auspicious time. Or waiting for right mood. No, 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 I am not in the right mood now. Okay, I'm somewhat disturbed. Let me start this work when I'm in a good mood. Or say, feeling that the work is very easy. Oh, this work is very easy. I can do it half an hour. Okay, therefore, let me do it tomorrow. No problem. Say I can finish it off within half an hour, but it takes 3 hours to complete. Okay, only when we take up the task, we understand what is the time involved in it. Or say we keep on doing unimportant tasks. Okay, simply we waste time. We do some unimportant task and we just postpone. Or sometimes the job is, if the job is unpleasant, when the job is unpleasant, yes, we try to postpone our job. Okay, we postpone. Okay, or say we think that we should perfectly do this job. Okay, therefore we try to postpone and try to work it at a later date. Okay, yes, then lack of decision making skills. Sometimes will do lack time sense or decision making skills. We don't decide at all. Okay, or we decide to postpone, say, decision making skills, or underestimating the importance. Oh, this work is not important, let me do it next week. Okay, or saying yes to unimportant tasks. We, as I told you, we go on doing unimportant tasks. These are the reasons why we postpone the work. When we postpone the work, yes, we are keeping today's work for tomorrow, and the work goes on adding up, piling up over a period of time. Ultimately, we may end up in some stress. Okay, say whenever we procrastinate or whenever we postpone the work, say the result is waste of time, missed opportunities. We may miss many opportunities. Poor, I mean, say postponement will lead to poor performance and increased stress. Okay, that's the first reason why that we are unable to make use of our time. The second reason is poor delegation. Poor delegation. Okay, say everyone has got 24 hours, 2 hands and one brain. When I say 24 hours, 2 hands and one brain, there is a limit or there is a limitation for the work we can do. Okay, there is a limitation. How can we do more work? We can do more work only through delegation. We have to delegate our work. Okay, we have to divide the work into important work, urgent work, not routine work, not important work. Okay, say you can always delegate, say, routine work to others, so that we can save time and do some important work. Okay, we should not do all the work. Okay, delegate the work and manage that others work for you. You have to manage. You have to manage the work. Yes, delegate and things. Say get things done through others. That's what management is. Getting things done through others. Say routine works cannot. I mean, say you can always entrust the routine work to somebody, your junior, subordinates, and get the things done. We can do more work by delegation, but we don't work. Okay, we divide the work into simple, routine, unimportant. All these works can be delegated. Okay, and only thing is you have to provide necessary authority and freedom to carry out the work. But we don't do like that. Okay, say you have observed how a principal of a college works. Say he will be the chairman of a number of committees: admission committee, or sports committee, cultural committee, anti-ragging committee, women empowerment committee, placement committee, library committee, timetable committee, feedback committee. Say there are circular committee. Say there are n number of committees, in any college. A principal will chair all the committees, but members do their job. Members carry on the job. We will only, for the namesake, principal will be the chairman of all these committees, but you people who are the members carry on the job. That is delegation. Okay. Yes, we can do more work through delegation, and delegation even helps subordinates to develop. But most of us do not delegate because we think it is risky. I should only do the job. No. He or she cannot do the job as I do. Therefore, I mean, it's risky. Or we may enjoy doing things. Okay, we may enjoy doing things, or we say it's a slow process. Let me do it. Or we would like to be top of everything. If I delegate something to my colleague, he will take the credit of having done that job. Therefore, let me take that credit. Okay, these are some of the reasons why people do not delegate. Okay, yes, that's another common problem we come across as far as usage of time is concerned. The third reason or common problem is bad habits. When I say bad habits, they are not really bad habits. Okay, we do not consider them as the bad habits. Okay, they are normal habits of any individual. Okay, we cultivate certain bad habits. For example, say thinking negatively. Thinking negatively. When you think negatively, your mood is waste. I mean, you will not get the mood, or you will waste your time unnecessarily. Okay. So thinking, say a student comes 10 minutes late to the class. What do? You blame him for another 10 minutes. Okay. And what in that moment, what you're doing, you are wasting 10 minutes of all the 60 students. There are 60 students in the class, and you're blaming the one who has come late, and you're wasting 10 minutes, 60 into 10 minutes of all the students. You don't understand. Okay. This is what happens when we think negatively. Okay. Or say gossiping. Yes, you get up in the morning, go for a walk along with your some colleagues, you discuss what has happened yesterday, some politics. You get ready, come to the college, again in the staff room, you discuss the same thing. Again, you go for coffee with some other colleagues, yes, you discuss the same politics. Okay, gossiping. Okay, will it help you? No, it will not help you in any way, but it only consumes your time. So that's a bad habit. Or we compare ourselves with somebody. No, see, he has a car, I don't have a car. So all these things, say ultimately, say your mood is lost and you don't have any interest to do the work, that comes indirectly affects your performance. Or seeing TV for long hours. Seeing seeing TV for long hours. Okay. Yes, say these days we are addicted to see many serials. We plan our work in such a way, either we should do the work before the serial starts or after the serial. That's how we plan our work. And we see the serial for half an hour. What is there in it? Okay, say for first 5 minutes, advertisements. Next, say recap, another 2-3 minutes. Then So one character speaks. Assume that there are 10 characters in a serial. There are 10 characters in a serial. One character speaks. What the director does, he shows the reaction of all the other 9 characters. Am I right? Say the director will show the reaction of all the 9 characters. How would be the reaction? Some will raise their head, some will bow down their head, some reaction. Okay. Say half an hour, you say you're simply wasting. Is there anything to learn from any serial? You can only learn spying, overhearing, doing some negative strategies. Okay. Those things are not required for our life. Those things are not at all required for our life. Then the thing will not stop at that time. The next day you come to the college, you discuss the serial with your colleague. No, the mother-in-law should not have done like that. Another colleague of yours will say, no. Daughter-in-law should not have done like this. Simply we discuss what has happened in serial and waste our time without our knowledge. Without our knowledge, we waste our time. Okay, that is, say, seeing TV for long hours without any benefit. That is, say, unnecessarily we are wasting our time. Okay, or say we are addicted to our mobiles. We are addicted to our mobiles. Say if you don't open your mobile once in 5 minutes, you are not, in order. Okay, whenever there is sound, yes, you pick up your mobile and try to see whether you have received a video or a message or something like that. Unnecessarily we do like that, and we waste our time. Mobile addiction, TV addiction, and say resisting change. Okay, we are resistant to change. Whenever the head of the department says you teach this subject, we don't accept. No, sir, no, I will not teach this. I will not teach that. I will only handle this subject or that subject, something like that. Okay, and all these things are they are really bad habits. Okay, and therefore these bad habits will come in our way of utilizing the time in a proper way. Then the fourth common problem is disorder and indiscipline. Disorder and indiscipline. We keep our things wherever they are. I can say I use specs and I keep these specs in some corner of our house, and whenever it is required, I search the whole house. There is no, everything has a place, and everything is in its place. Everything should have a place. Okay. Yes, I have 4 places to keep my specs in at home. If I'm in the hall, I will keep on the TV. If I'm in the bedroom, there is a specific place where I keep my specs. Like that, there are 4 places. Whenever I want specs, immediately I check, whether it is there or 4 places, and find out, yes, that's how. But say, what do we do? Say, wherever we are, we have the habit of keeping the specs wherever we were there, and search the entire house. Or you keep the candle in some point and search for the candle whenever the current goes off. Okay, or we search for our umbrella whenever it is raining. Okay, there is no order. There is no order and discipline. Or eating junk food, or eating, say, following no time sense, or we will not have any time sense as far as eating is concerned. Sometimes you take breakfast at 8 o'clock in the morning, sometimes at 10 o'clock in the morning. You take lunch at 1:30, sometimes at 3:30. Sometimes you have your supper at 8 o'clock, sometime at 11 o'clock, some days on 11 o'clock. There is no order. This indiscipline will have an impact on our health. Okay, there should be discipline in our, eating habits. Okay, or we eat junk food, and the next day we are not at all in a mood to do any work. Okay, and no, say, discipline in our eating habits. This is another common problem. Okay, yes, your friend is giving a party. Yes, you go and eat whatever you wish to eat, and next day you are out. Next day you are unable to do any work. Okay, that's, disorder and indiscipline in our habits. That's another reason why we are unable to use our time properly. Then failing to manage distractions. We are unable to manage the distractions. Okay, you get a phone call. Yes, you can finish off your conversation within 2 minutes, But you don't do like that. You go on, I mean, talking, and talking. You ask entire thing under the world, and you discuss so many things, and you take at least half an hour to cut the phone. Unnecessarily, you are not able to manage the distractions. Okay. Yes, you have the, I mean, you have finished your class, you go to canteen and you have tea and come back, and you are sitting in the chamber or the staff room. Another colleague of yours comes and, I mean, invites you for a coffee. Come, let us go for coffee. You don't say no. You don't say no. Even though you had coffee just now, you accompany your colleague. Okay. You are failing to manage these such type of distractions. Or principal calls for a meeting and he goes on narrating his achievements in the meeting. I did this, I did this, okay, something like that. And he takes up the agenda after 2 hours. Okay, the agenda is only 1 or 2 items, and that will be discussed after 2 hours. Okay, and you don't say, sir, please let us discuss agenda and get lost. We don't say like that. Okay, we fail to manage such distractions. Okay, and that consumes more of our time every day. Every day, these things happen one way or the other. These things happen, and we are unable to do the work, or we will have mental blocks. Okay, we think that it is not possible. When you think something is not possible, it is not possible. Okay, or you think, say you can write a book, but you think that no, I am a dullard, I cannot write book, I am not that intelligent to write a book. When you think that I'm not that intelligent to write a book, you cannot write the book, you cannot make use of the time. Okay, like that. I mean, mental blocks. For example, you see in front of a mirror and you think that you are like some hero or heroine. You compare yourself to a hero or heroine, and but is that true? No, that's not true. I mean, we have many false, but honestly believe, I mean, false things. Okay, these things are mental blocks. When you think that it is not possible, it is not possible. When you think I'm a dullard, you can't use the time. You say I don't know. When you say I don't know, yes, you don't try to know it at all. All these are mental blocks which come in our way to use the time in a better manner. Then how to make use of time in a better way? How to make use of the time in a better way? The first thing is, yes, I mean, we have to have a long-term vision. What should I be at the time of retirement? Yes, all of you are around 30 or plus or minus 30. You have 30 more years of service. You should think of what I should be at the time of my retirement. Should I retire as among others? Okay, you are 11 in another 10 people. So you are one among, you would like to be one among your colleagues? No. You should always think, I should be different. I should be successful. I should be different from the rest of my colleagues. Say, and this thing will not happen in 1 day or 1 year or 1 week, 1 month, something like that. Okay. So it's a sheer, I mean, only when you do the hard work continuously, you can achieve something and you can be different from your colleagues. Okay? Now, I mean, it's the time for you to think, yes, what should I be at the time of retirement? Yes, it is possible. I'm the member of a NAC peer team and I have visited the whole country and I've seen many teachers who are working in undergraduate colleges have done more work than the professors at the university level. It is possible. Okay, it is possible. Therefore, I mean, you should think what I should be at the time of my retirement. Okay, and say, I mean, that's what say. It's like, I mean, viewing the surroundings from a hilltop. When you go to a hilltop, you can see surroundings. Yes, that's how you have to vision, or you have to have a vision. Okay, identifying the long-term goal. Okay, what you should like to be at the time of retirement, and you should set the goal. When you set the goal, yes, that will direct our activities, or our decisions or our goals will become the parameters for measuring our work. Okay, and goal setting will give a meaning to the life and work. Goals will direct all our efforts in achieving them, and goals are the parameters to measure our performance. When you have a goal, you can measure your performance. When you don't have a goal, when you don't have a vision, there is nothing like parameter to examine your performance. Okay. Yes, and not only the goals are important, even the means, how are you going to achieve these goals? That is very important. When you say, yes, at the end of my career, I should be a very good author, or I should have written so many books, something like that. Okay. And as I said, that will not happen in one day or overnight or few years. Okay. And yet, after deciding what I should be at the end of my career, you have to come down and start preparing short-term plans. What should I be after 5 years? What should be the level of achievement after 5 years? Okay, yes, I want to be something at the time of retirement. To become like that, what should I be? What should I do within these 5 years? Then come to 1 year. What should I do within a year? Then come to 6 months. Yes, what should I do within 6 months? Okay. Yes, you have to plan. You have to have a well-defined, clear, achievable, measurable plans. Okay. There are many things which you can do. Okay. I would say sky is the only limit. Sky is the only limit for your performance. Okay. You can be totally, yes, I have seen professors in undergraduate colleges who have got patents more than university professors. Okay, they have got very good projects, better projects than university professors. That means, say, nothing is impossible. Only thing is we have to make up our mind. Okay, yes, say, what should I be? Yes, for the next 6 months, what should be my performance? Yes, quarter, come to month, ultimately the day. Yes, next day, what should I do next day? Yes, you have to plan the next day. What should I do tomorrow? You have to plan tomorrow. Today evening itself. Today evening itself, you have to plan what should I do tomorrow. Okay, yes. Make a list of the things that you are going to do and go on doing those things one after the other. Okay. Yes, your plans should be very pakka and should be flexible. Okay. Yes, you should also not only you should list the works to be done, even the timings. Yes, this work takes 1 hour, 2 hours, something like that. Let that work take more or less time, but go on doing one work after the other. That's how we can do more work on any day. Okay, let your plans be flexible. You provide for waiting time, prolonged meetings. You think that meeting will be over by half an hour, but the meeting may take 3 hours. Or sometimes you think that the meeting will take 3 hours, but it may be over by half an hour, something like that. Your plans should be flexible, and you should have alternatives. You say, if the meeting is over by half an hour, what should I do? The rest 2.5 hours, how should I make use of 2.5 hours? Something like that. Okay. And I've seen even people work when traveling. People work even when they are traveling. I have seen many people, techies, preparing the reports using their laptops. Okay. Or I have seen, say, especially in Bombay, I have seen women cutting vegetables during their travel time. When they are going back from their work to home, say that, train travel takes 1 hour. Okay. They don't waste that 1 hour. They cut the vegetables, or the shoes, or knitting. They do some knitting. Say they don't, or they read. Some people read newspaper, something like that. Okay. They don't waste their time. Okay. Yes. Plan for the day, plan for the semester, plan for the 1 year, and ultimately based on the vision that you have to be at the time of retirement. Then learn to say no. You should learn to say no. Okay, otherwise, we become the servants of the priorities of others. Okay, your friend wants to have coffee and you become instrumental. You are wasting your time. Try to say no, otherwise you will become merely the servant of the priorities of others, as I said. Okay. Then next thing is the delegation. I was telling you about poor delegation. We are unable to work because we don't believe in delegation. Okay. Yes, delegate the routine and unimportant works to others. Okay. Think positively. Think positively. Have confidence. Believe in people. When you enter, if you don't believe in other people, you are unable to entrust the work, or you are unable to delegate. Okay. Believe, trust people, give freedom, direct them in a proper way, and get things done through others. You are able to do more work. For example, I don't know whether you have heard of the name Richard Branson. Richard Branson, once upon a time, was managing 400 companies. How can a single individual manage 400 companies? It's only possible through delegation. Through delegation, we can do more work. Yes, all of you have heard of Ratan Tata. Ratan Tata used to answer 200 letters a day. He used to answer 200 letters a day. Is it possible by a single individual to answer 200 letters? No. Say he will have assistants. Yes. Oh, okay. Or say Ambani's. All of you have heard of Ambani's. Say the Dhirubhai Ambani was an ordinary man like us working in a petrol bank during early 70s, 1970s. Okay, he was working in a petrol bank. Now his two sons are richest persons on this in the country. Okay, how can that is possible? That is possible only through delegation. They get the things done through others. They employ people, give 10,000, get the work of 20,000. That's how they grow over a period of time. Delegation is a very important thing or important instrument, I should say, to make use or to use the time in a better way. Don't do all work. Okay, routine work, unimportant work can be you can get those things done through others. Okay, or classify the work into important and urgent. Only you do only important and urgent works. Okay. Yes, for example, say you have to attend the calls, you have to attend the family, you have to attend the health issues. That's only you can attend. Okay. Yes, you have to attend such works on only. Okay. You can delegate other works. Okay. Or there are some works which are important but not urgent. When the work is important but not urgent, yes, you plan those works. Okay. Yes, you want to do PhD. Say PhD cannot be done in 1 day or 1 year. Yes, you have to plan and take up the research work. Or you want to write a book. Yes, you plan and do it. Or you want to write an article. Yes, you have to plan and do. Okay, they are important. They are important, but not urgent. When the work is important but not urgent, yes, always you can plan systematically and do the work. Okay, or say, I mean, that's how. I mean, say, don't postpone any work. Don't believe in postpone. Or as far as possible, be cautious as far as TV viewing is concerned. I don't say TV is bad, but only thing is, I mean, addiction to TV is bad. Addiction to mobile is bad. Okay. Then making best use of your best time. Yes, all of us have got 24 hours, but the quality of time varies. The quality of time varies. Some people, I mean, yeah, quality of time matters more than the quantity of time. The same job may take 10 minutes or 1 hour. If the time is quality time, yes, you are able to finish off within 10 minutes. If the time is not of quality, then you can take 1 hour to do the same job. Okay. And the no, say what is your, always try to know what is your best time. Yes, you might have observed some students study, get up early in the morning and study. Some students study late in the night. They think that reading late night is more comfortable. Or some students think that getting up early and reading is good habit. Okay. Yes, I mean, our practices do change, are different. What is your best time? Whether it is morning, afternoon, evening, or night, you decide what is your quality time and do most important work during that quality time. You are able to do more work during your quality time. Even though you have 24 hours, the quality of time is not the same throughout 24 hours. Okay, therefore, you have to identify what is your best time. Okay, and best time is the quality time and do important work during that time. And say, for example, say, but you can think creatively. You can think creatively during your quality time. But I mean, I think all of you have heard of the name Agatha Christie, who used to write detective novels. Okay, she used to get idea whenever she was washing her dishes. While washing the dishes, she used to think what turn I should give to my story that I'm writing right now. Okay, she used to get ideas while washing the dishes. Okay, like that. Or say when you're doing some job seriously, and many a time it so happens that you don't get any answers for that. When you don't get answers, leave the work as it is, take up some other work. during your sleep or the next day, you will get some idea, yes, or you get some solution. Okay. Yes, I think there are many science professors here, and you know that each chemical has got a structure. Each chemical has got a structure, and I think I have heard a story that benzene has got a structure of benzene. Structure of benzene is hexagon. Okay, and some scientist was thinking of giving some structure to this benzene, and he was unable to give any structure, and he left the work. And during his he got a dream, or he got a dream wherein he saw snake biting its own tail. Snake biting its own tail, and he immediately got up and he got a structure. Yes, this is the structure of benzene. Yes, he gave the structure of benzene like that. Okay. Yes, when we are doing work, sometimes you don't get the answers. Yes, when you don't get the answers, leave the problem as it is. You may get the answer during your dream or during your sleep or the next day. Okay, like that. Like that. Okay, that's how we can do more work. Okay, and making use of the committed time. Okay, we commit time, but all time is not used. When there is surplus time, say you think that yes, tomorrow there is a meeting of in the principal's chamber, it may take 2 hours, but the meeting will be over by 1 hour. You should be ready to make use of the balance 1 hour. Say your plans should be flexible, making use of the committed time. Sometimes all the committed time cannot be is not used, and we should be conscious about the time to which we have got surplus to use. Okay, you have to use that surplus time usefully. That's how we can do more work. We can carry on. We can perform better. Then health. Health is a very important issue. Okay, only a healthy person can do the work efficiently. If you don't have the health, yes, you are useless. You can't do any work. Say on some day you get some stomach ache. What do? Say you don't do any work. Say this is, you are unable to work. On some other day you get some headache. Yes, you are unable to work because of the headache. Okay. Yes, that means any illness is an interruption to the work you are doing. Therefore, you have to maintain health. Okay. Unhealthiness robs our time and reduces the quality of our time. Quality of our time is reduced because a headache or a stomachache, anything. Okay. Our body is like a system. Our body is a system, I should say, is not a like a system. Okay. And a system is something, or a system is an assemblage of many subsystems. Say our body is a system, and a system is an assemblage of many subsystems arranged systematically or arranged logically. Okay. And anything happening to any subsystem will make the whole system weak. Say, I said our human body is a system, and it's an assemblage of many subsystems. What are the subsystems of human body? Digestive system, circulatory system, respiratory system. So like that. Say a reproductive system. All these are subsystems of human body. Anything happening to any subsystem will make the whole system weak. Okay. Therefore, you have to maintain your health. Okay. That's very important. Work needs energy. Work needs energy, and the needed energy comes from the health. Only if you are able to maintain your health, yes, you are able to do the work. Therefore, maintaining the health is very important. Then maintaining the energy balance. Okay. Everyone is born potentially with same amount of time. All of us have got 24 hours of time, but with varied energy levels. Our energy levels do vary. Our energy levels do vary. Therefore, we have to maintain the energy levels. So, what is your energy? Energy is best defined as the power capable of being transformed into work. When you can transform something into work, that is your energy. And eat quality food with sufficient proteins and carbohydrates. Eat to live, but not live to eat. Okay, say this is very important. Okay, eat to live, but not live to eat, and restrain from smoking, alcohol, and excess caffeine. Don't drink more of coffee or tea. That will spoil your health. don't have the habit of taking alcohol, okay, or smoking is also not good, injurious to health. Knowing fully, we cultivate all these habits, and all these habits will eat away our time, okay. And next is get enough sleep. When I say we should not be workaholics, okay, people differ in their requirement of rest. All of us need rest, but we do differ in the requirement of our rest. Okay, some people may take only 3 to 4 hours of sleep. Some may need 8 hours of sleep. Don't mind. Okay, even if you are sleeping for 8 hours, yes, it's good. Okay, get enough sleep. Okay, but continuous sleep, not intermittent. Okay, continuous sleep. And don't take the rest during the day unless you are very much tired, because unless if you take the rest during the day, then you may not get good sleep in the night. Okay, and lack of sleep would lead to physical, mental, and emotional issues. When I say work, that doesn't mean you should be workaholic. You should not work 24 hours a day. Take rest, 8 hours rest. Yes, it's very nice. Okay, do exercise. Yes, you should do exercise. Regular exercise will keep you in a good health, will keep you in good mood. Okay, do some yoga, do some walking, do some bending exercise. Okay, all these things will motivate you, keep you in good health, will motivate, but nothing in excess. Nothing in excess. You have to understand your capabilities. Okay, yes, do regular exercise to maintain your health. Okay, enjoy holidays. Okay, I don't say that you should work even on a Sunday or even during holidays. Okay, enjoy holidays. Don't become workaholic. Okay, travel. You go for outing, meet friends, enjoy your life, go to historical places, eat good food, go to beaches, mountains, sports. Okay, yes, all these things are required for a healthy life. Okay, for say those things will rejuvenate your motivation to do work. Okay, and I had a small poem in our school days. It goes like, work while you work and play while you play. Work while you work and play while you play. That is the way to be happy and gay. That means we should work when we are supposed to work, play when we are supposed to play, and that is the way to be happy and gay. Therefore, don't become workaholic, enjoy holidays. Okay? This is how we can make use of the time in a better way. And what are the advantages of time management? First advantage is it reduces the work stress, because you don't postpone. You don't postpone the work. Yes, you are, that will reduce the work stress because you are doing the today's work today. That means you are not postponing. Yes, it reduces the stress. Second, we can do more work because you are planning the work, you are doing the work systematically, you are not wasting the time. When I say wasting the time, unnecessarily discussing the same thing with all colleagues repeatedly, okay, or you avoid seeing some serials which are not useful. Okay, what you learn from serials, as I said, some means listening to something or seeing something or planning some negative things. Okay, you are saving time. Okay, you can do more work, you can be more relaxed. Because you are working systematically one after the other, you are more relaxed. You become self-disciplined because you maintain your health, you maintain your exercise, you maintain everything. You become, or you become order. Every day. Say I have got say I take my breakfast at 8 o'clock in the morning, lunch 1:30 in the afternoon, again 7:30 in the night. I take my supper. Say that means an order in our life. We will become more orderly. Okay, you become self-disciplined. Okay, then you start thinking positively. As I told you, say for example, say there is you have got a typist in your office, and you dictate a letter to her, and she or he will bring with some mistakes. You read the proof and say there are 10 mistakes. What you should do? If you think positively, you understand that typist is only an SSLC fellow or PU fellow. He or she doesn't know English. Therefore, he or she has committed some mistakes. You correct the mistakes and go. Give it back to make corrections. If you are not self-disciplined, if you don't think positively, then You go on blaming that typist. Say you have got 10 years of experience or 15 years of experience, still you are doing so many mistakes, etc., 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 and throw the paper on her face. When you think negatively, this happens. You not only make the situation worse, you are hurting the feelings of the typist, you are hurting yourself. Indirectly, you are hurting yourself, that again, for half a day, you are unable to do any work. Therefore, think positively. When you start thinking positively, okay, we save time. You start thinking positively, and your self-esteem gets boosted. Okay, your self-esteem gets boosted. Yes, you have the pride. You have the pride of doing something. You have the pride of achieving a degree, PhD degree, or writing an article, or building a house, or whatever it is. Okay, book. You are writing a book. You have self-esteem. Your self-esteem is boosted. Okay. Yes, I have got a friend. Say, many economics professors would have heard his name, Francis Cherunilam. Francis Cherunilam, okay, is an internationally acknowledged author, economics author. Okay, say he started writing his books some 40 years back. When he wrote the first book, say it was of 100 pages, it was like a notes. Many people commented, don't listen to the comments. Okay, yes, say whatever the way you live, you are being commented by your opponents or friends or colleagues or whatever it is. Don't give any room or don't give any importance for any comments that they make. Yes, I mean, when he wrote the first book, it was only 100 pages book. He published on his own. Okay, then next year again he published another book. Now, say he has written 25 books, and now he is an internationally acknowledged author, and his royalty is 20 lakhs per annum. He gets a royalty of 20 lakhs per annum. So that is the way, that is how he has grown over a period of time. Okay. Yes, I mean, a small change in your life will bring a big change over a period of time. Don't think it is not possible. Yes, think positively. It is possible. When somebody can do something, yes, why not you? When somebody can take a project, why not you? When somebody can do PhD, why not you? Think positively. Okay. Question yourself. You have to question yourself and try to be a good person. Okay. Your self-esteem gets boosted. You can be happier. When you do the work, extra work, you're happy. Okay. Your self-esteem is boosted. I mean, and you're self-motivated. You become a model for others. Okay. Yes, I would always tell, we are all models, we are all examples. Either we are good examples or bad examples. Okay. Say, for example, there is a boy named Ramu in your next house. Ramu is living in your next house. Ramu is a good boy. Ramu is studious. Ramu is always gets rank. Ramu is always, behaves very nicely. And what you would advise your children at your home? You take the example of Ramu. See Ramu, be like Ramu, be good, study well like Ramu. Yes, Ramu is again a neighborhood child who doesn't go to the school, always fails. Okay, he's very bad boy, bad mannered boy. Again, you take the example of Ramu and advise your child. Don't be like Ramu. That means if you are good, you become good example. If you are bad, we become bad examples. And all of you are teachers, and your behavior should be a model one. Okay, yes, you have to be a good example, not only for you, not only for your colleagues, even for the students. Students should learn from you. Yes, if at all I'm leading a life, I should be like her. I should be like my mom. I should be like my teacher. Okay. Yes, be a good example. When you work hard, when you achieve something, okay, automatically you become self-motivated and you become good example for others, and you achieve success in your life. We achieve success in your life, and usage of time is very important. Okay, without time conscious, at the beginning of my lecture, I said, all successful people are time conscious. Okay, only when we are time conscious, we are able to plan our time. We can make use of the time in a better way. We can achieve something in our life. Okay, with this, I'm completing my lecture. If still we have 10 minutes of time, 10 minutes or what? No, it's yes, we have another